everyone, Chris and Cielo here, and welcome to my channel. And welcome to this weekday reading vlog. So, the Cat Lady Readathon is the 17th through the 26th, and I'm planning on reading for it. I have a few books on my TBR that kind of contain cats. And, well, as you all know, I always have a ton of Warriors books I would love to get to, so I'm going to try to read as many of those as I can while also reading books I need to get to on my TBR. But in the meantime, I need something to read. So my focus for the next 4 days is going to be adult fantasies and one middle grade. So the middle grade would be Eva Evergreen and the Cursed Witch by Julie Abe. I started reading this for Polarathon and didn't quite finish it, and I would like to wrap this book up before I... That is my shoulder. Could you get your claw out of my shoulder? Thank you. I swear every time I bring out the camera these days, she's got to be on it. I'd like to wrap this up before I get to the Cat Lady Readathon because I was really enjoying my read of it and I don't want to end up setting it down. Because that's exactly what I did for Polarathon, because I set down Daughter of the Moon Goddess and I was really enjoying this and I would like to get back to it. I think I'm about halfway through. And I would also like to finish Assassin's Quest in the next 4 days. I'm on page 254 as Cielo starts to wreck stuff. Oh my god. This is like an 864 page book, so I'm hoping I can get through this. Now, the other books I really, really need to get to because they're both due back to the library, and I have no more renewals, is The Light of All That Falls, which is the third and final book in the Lycanis trilogy, and look at this brick. And Speaking Bones, the final book in the Dandelion Dynasty, which is 1,047 pages. So, I'm going to try to read all of that in the next 4 days. Wish me luck. I don't think I'll be able to do it, no matter how much I might want to, but I'm going to give it a try. We're going to make a concentrated effort to read as much of that as I can. So I'm going to finish my middle grade fantasy, and then it's going to be all adult fantasy, because if I can somehow get through that, I also have The Great Hunt that I really need to get to, because my audiobook's about to return to the library, and I don't know if I'll be able to get it back out before the end of February, and I would really like to read that as well. So we will see. That is my plan. It's always good to have a helper. She's so very, very helpful. She doesn't do this very often when I'm not on camera. She saves it for the camera. This is apparently going to be Cielo's channel, not mine. But yeah, I think I'm going to go read because I'm going to need to dedicate every spare minute to reading if I'm going to have any chance at getting through that enormous stack of books. So I'm going to read and we will check back in with you later. So it is now Friday, which means it's time to wrap this vlog up so that I can move on to the Cat Lady Readathon. So I feel like I haven't read much because I only finished one book, but the one book I finished is Assassin's Quest. And I'm giving this book 4 stars. This is the third and final book in the Farseer trilogy, where we're following Fitz, who is the bastard son of one of the princes and ends up getting left with his father's family and gets trained to be an assassin. I really, really liked this trilogy. I loved Fitz as a main character, and I loved getting to go on this journey with him. There were a lot of twists and turns in this book that I was not expecting at all whatsoever. I am very, very curious to see where the next trilogy goes, because this is like the first trilogy in the realm of the Elderling, so there's other trilogies, so I'm very curious to see where they go. And the reason I say that, like, I read a lot is because I think I was only on page, like, 250-ish? So, like, I mean, maybe Oh no, I don't know. I'm trying to look at like a chapter, but I mean, I was maybe that far into the book, so I read like a good probably 600 pages in the last few days. So acting like I didn't finish anything is crazy because this beast in itself is an accomplishment. But I also started The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan, and I am on page 580, so I'm almost done with this. I was hoping to finish it today, I just didn't get to it. So I've basically read 2 adult chunky fantasies in the last 4 days, so that is a lot of reading. So in this series, we're following a bunch of different POVs, and basically a dark one is rising, and we're watching a bunch of different people who all seem to be woven into the wheel of time and the pattern, and they're all going to play some sort of role, I believe, in dealing with the Dark One. I'm not enjoying this one as much as book 1. There are some characters we've met in this one that I really, really, really don't like, and there is one character in particular that keeps interacting with one of our POVs, and I keep wanting to hit that POV over the head with this book because I'm like, I don't trust this person. Why do you not see what I'm seeing? So it's feeling 3.75 stars, but the ending could obviously change that quite a bit, but we shall see. That will be a definite goal for next week. And then the last update I have is that I've started Dark Days, which is the 4th book, I believe, in the Skullduggery Pleasant series, and I'm on page 205. This book follows Val, who is a teenager, and teams up to solve kind of mysteries with Skullduggery Pleasant. The 4th book, or whatever book was before this, left off on quite the cliffhanger, so I was very excited to dive into this one and find out what was happening next for our main characters. There have already been some twists and turns I wasn't expecting in this one, and I'm very curious to see how this wraps up. So yeah, even though I didn't finish a lot of books in the last 4 days, I still think I did quite a bit of reading, so I don't think I have anything to be particularly discouraged about. And now I get to read my cat books, so that is also very, very exciting. But I think that's it for this, 4-day vlog. Sorry there isn't more footage, but I didn't really read much, so yeah, and it's really, really, really hard to talk about sequels, because they're sequels, so I can only say so much without giving things away. But yeah, that's all for this vlog. All of my social media is linked in the description below if you'd like to come chat with me. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me, I don't know, elephant emojis? Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!